Hello, everybody! Although I don't want to have the biggest enthusiasm I can manage in my voice right now, because this is going to be a little bit more of a laid back video, first of all. And second of all, this video is going to be. It's going to mark sort of a protest, because I am not too happy about things right now regarding top drives and what has happened with the newest update, PL12. Of course, you have heard about, and you probably feel a little bit of a disappointment about the update and about how it has been carried out. Yesterday, my good friend Blossom Lewis, he put up a video describing the situation and the issues he finds in the situation. It's a 50-minute long video, but I highly recommend that you watch the video. It will be down below in the description, the first link. So just click that and watch his video for sure. If you want to do that now or after you're done with this video, that's totally up to you. But definitely watch that video. It's important to watch and just try to build your own understanding of the situation. So if you do not already know, when PL12 was about to roll out, of course, we big YouTubers usually get brand reveals, but if you might have noticed, I did not get a brand to reveal, but that is not the case, because I actually did get a brand to reveal. I got Donkenvoort. Now, the thing is, I wasn't too happy about this decision because I wanted Volvo. And a certain other YouTuber, I'm not gonna name any names, got Volvo, right? So I worked closely with him. He was super nice to me. And we managed to make it so that I could join his video and we could make our videos into like one big video where we revealed both Volvo and Donkenvoort. And we thought this would be a great solution to the situation. But what happened instead was that Hutch revoked both of our access to make videos. And for what reason? Well, because we weren't supposed to conspire about the new cars before they were released to the public. Which means, apparently, content creator to content creator, we had no right to communicate to each other to try to solve their error. Now, Blossom goes into detail about many of the small errors that led up to this. And I want to put likeness of this situation to an old Japanese poem. I'm not quite sure of the origin, but I think it totally fits for the situation. And it goes like this. Because of the lost nail, the horseshoe was lost. Because of the lost horseshoe, the horse was lost. Because of the lost horse, the message could not be delivered. And because of the undelivered message, the war was lost. And it's exactly the same dynamic here. The small issues lead to bigger issues. I'm sure you've all heard about the butterfly effect. And I fear for Top Drive's future. If you've seen the latest episode of the Top Drive show, you know it has a massive dislike to like ratio. It has so many dislikes to so little likes. I really do hope that Hutch understands our concerns and that they address this. I want them to address Blossom's video personally. I want a statement on the whole situation. That's the ideal world for me right now. So what I am going to do to honor Blossom's well-constructed video and to also display my own displeasement with the situation, I am going to take a break from Top Drives and making Top Drives content for today and tomorrow. Alright? So today we'll have a video that is not Top Drives related, of course, it's this video. And tomorrow I will also have another video up that is related to something else. And then I will continue with Top Drives videos. Look at this as a break where you can reflect, where I can reflect, where hopefully Hutch can reflect on where things went wrong. I'm not saying Hutch is like some villain in this. I'm not saying they are the big bad, right? I'm just saying this has not been handled properly. And I'm sure they are capable of doing better. I know they are capable of doing better. I just need proof of that. I just need to see that right now. So, because to honor this situation and how wrong I feel it is, and because of Blossom's nice video, go watch that. Go watch that and then have a think. And I will have a break so that you can go and watch his video. And then I will resume my videos as normal the day after tomorrow. Alright, now on to today's video. I am here with Leo. Hello, Leo.
Cool story, bro. No, but in all seriousness, I would just like to take a moment to hijack your soapbox and echo every single thing that you just said.
Yeah.
Because I feel the exact same way about the about what's going on with top drives and how Hutch has been handling it. And I agree. You know, go watch Blossom's video and have a think, because it might do you some good. I hope that Hutch does the right thing and addresses this and makes some pledges to change that for the future, and then follows them up.
Mm-hmm.
But in any case, hey, we got something cool going on, isn't that right?
We do indeed. I think I'm gonna slightly raise your voice.
Yo, making me more. Let's go.
There we go. I'm gonna keep that in the video. You guys just saw my recording program. It's nothing scary. Don't worry. It's just a recording program. Don't be discouraged, guys. Okay, so today, I don't know if you've seen it. I will put that link down below in the description, a bit further down, because I really want to emphasize Blossom's video here. But we did a video previously that follows the same theme that this video will, where I guessed the name of each American state. And obviously I'm not from America, so it didn't go as planned, to say the very least.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a train wreck. Let's just say that.
It was quite fun, yes.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun though. It made for a great video. So now we're gonna drop the seriousness of the intro and we are gonna proceed into another comedic video, right? So today I am going to go over each state, and I'm going to... This is gonna be a far-fetched video idea, but you're gonna have to bear with it. I'm gonna go through each and every entire state, and I'm gonna tell you how I think people act, how I think people are in said state. And then Leo will be here as the... you know, when you put things on, like, you know, these old style... balance boards, you know, like you could weigh like sand and you could weigh like saffron and things like this.
I believe we call that a scale.
The scale, right? The old style scales with two cups. Leo will be the counterweight here. He will put me in my place if I am totally off the line. So yeah.
And the best part of this is, like, you know, I mostly have experience myself with just like the northeast part of the country, so this is gonna be really fun.
Oh, so you will also maybe be, you know, on a wild goose chase with some of
these.
these.
I think I'll have a little bit of a better idea on most of them than you. You know, no offense. But oh yeah,
none taken.
This is gonna be an interesting video for sure.
All right, so I think I'm gonna start it where I started the last one, right? So I'm gonna start with Texas, right? It's where I wanna live. It's where I should realistically know the most how people are like, right?
Probably.
And from experience, from what I've seen, I've never actually been to America whatsoever.
You should.
But from experience, from watching countless footage from Texas, because of course that's what you do when you want to move somewhere. You see what it's like before you move. And then of course I'm gonna come visit before I do anything else. You know, I'm not gonna just move there. You can't really move to the States either. You need to go through a very lengthy process to be accepted to live in the States. But yeah, basically what I'm thinking, Texas, they are, you know, they are very chill, laid back people. They are very nice. And they are southern in the best kind of way. That's how I would describe Texas.
Okay. Well, I would say, overall, I think that's actually pretty accurate, but also everything is massive.
Yeah.
They say everything's bigger in Texas. Well, hey,
Mm-hmm.
that's really true.
Is it
Um,
though?
oh yeah, oh yeah.
For me, it's just like everything is bigger in America, you know?
Well, I mean, even by our standards, Texas is a stretch.
Okay. So you dislike or you
So,
like the people in Texas?
uh, it depends, right? I
Okay.
think I like the idea of Southern hospitality. I think more than the reality, but that might just be my filthy Northerner ways.
Yeah.
But
So
overall, I would personally make it a place to visit, but not necessarily somewhere I would live. It's also like way too hot for me down there. So
so you are not like you're not like you don't like when they say hi honey, you don't like that stuff, or what is the like pressing matter? What's the shoe that stuck is what we say in Sweden. What is grinding your gears about the southern hospitality?
well, in a certain way, like like the if in the American South, right? If someone says, "Oh, bless his heart,"
Mm-hmm.
that's a really polite way to be not so polite,
Yeah, to
shall we
talk
say?
down on someone.
You know, so in a certain way, a lot of the Southern hospitality kind of feels like that to me, and I'm sure I would get used to it with time. But as a Northerner, it's a little, I know enough to know that it sometimes isn't all genuine,
Oh, okay.
but you know, but overall, it's mostly the heat, really, that I would really just not be okay with.
Mm-hmm.
I get very warm very easily, even up in New York. So Texas very much too far south for me.
I've made it into a fish here. Do you see?
I uh, I commend you on your art skills.
It's a sunfish. Have you ever seen a sunfish?
I have actually. I caught one once using a piece of pineapple as bait. I don't think it was a very smart fish.
They look like this though, right?
Uh, I mean, if they were Texas shaped, sure.
By the way, I'm gonna be brutally honest, and I'm gonna paint the like a red color is my displeasement, and a green color is my respect. So if you get a red color, I hate your state.
Oh, he's gonna make mad approximately 50 to 70% of the audience, I bet. Let's go.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to another state that I absolutely adore, which is this one right here.
Ooh, okay.
Alaska. I really, really appreciate the way of living in Alaska, and I think people in Alaska are realistic. They are tough, and they are used to having to work for what they've got.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds fair to me. Alaska is not something that I'm really any more aware of the conditions there than you are.
Yeah.
Like they're probably as far from me as they are from you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. The
I
only
could
the experience
I
I have are from the like living in Alaska TV shows and stuff like this,
mm,
and they always seem like very they seem like people who get things done.
yep. And well, because they kind of have to, right? Because they're so far from
Yeah.
really
Mm-hmm.
everything, just up in the cold white north,
Yeah.
you know. Um, but yeah, definitely a different way of life up there.
And they are also very close to home.
Oh, okay. So in a video about the United States, you put a big heart on Russia. I see how it is.
For sure. Gotta represent. Okay. I didn't know. Is Hawaii a state?
Yeah, Hawaii's a state.
Oh, then this
Um,
gets the biggest love heart ever.
ooh, he
They,
likes Hawaii.
I love Hawaii. I love Lilo and Stitch. And I presume Hawaii is like that, you know? It's just like chill island people who like, eat ice cream and go to the mall and like go to, I don't know, they have like experimental aliens that are roaming, you know?
You know
Just,
what? I bet it is um pretty chill to be in Hawaii, honestly, because like I mean I don't really have any direct experience with Hawaii either, but I did order an item on eBay from a seller based out of Hawaii, and I corresponded with him over a couple of messages, and he started all of his messages with aloha, which I thought was just
oh,
great. Like, so you know what? And he was a very polite, very nice person. So I think overall, yeah,
I tried to
I,
make
I
an,
like it.
I tried to make an iguana.
That's well, you know what they say. You tried, and that's the important part.
Okay.
This is incredible.
Okay, let's move on. Let's do another state I like. Um,
Hmm.
hmm. Hmm.
He's all out of states he likes.
I think I might just be.
Oh boy, we're 3 states in, and he hates all the rest.
No,
Let's
but I don't.
go.
I don't think I love any other state. You know. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to a more modest green here. This is still green. This is still by all means totally okay.
You should just title this video "Swedish Man Hates the Entire Lower 48."
Oh no,
Like,
actually, we can make a perfect. Where was the Midwest? Did you say?
oh boy. I mean, so the Midwest is like North Dakota down through like Kansas,
This
and
part
then
here.
and yeah, those, and then it goes over to like from the bottom border of Kansas, like you kind of go over until you hit like Ohio.
Oh, what? So all of this is involved.
Yeah. Oh well, like Ohio is like the edge of the Midwest, right? Like, but like once you hit like Indiana, Michigan, that's definitely the Midwest, despite being pretty in the eastern part of the country if you think about it.
Yeah, is Michigan involved? Is also
Yeah, I may as well throw it in there.
okay. So here we go. I
So you love the Midwest.
Yes, I love the Midwest
Can
above
you put this
all.
into words for me?
Why I love it?
Yeah,
So simply and just because of the music.
that's the only
That's
reason.
my
Okay.
only reason. If you do not know what Midwest music, I know you do because I showed you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But audience, if you do not know what Midwest music is, go look up Midwest music or math rock, and you will understand exactly why I love the Midwest. They just have such amazing bands, you know. They talk about how they are so lonely and depressed and sad all the time, um, and how no one lives here. You know, it's just empty space. Everybody hates each other, but they try to love each other. That's perfect. That's how
You
I
know
feel.
what?
So if I was born in the US, I bet you I would have been born in the Midwest, you know?
I mean, that's actually probably not far off. With the Midwest, I actually have a bit of experience too, because my whole family really is from Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but my parents moved out to New York in the 80s before eventually settling in Pennsylvania, where I was born. Um, but like we would go out there every year and see the family for like Christmas and stuff like that. Um, but the biggest thing that hits me about the Midwest is like just it all, even in the cities, it kind of feel, other than like Chicago, because Chicago is obviously a huge major city. um it all feels very small town, even when it's not quite.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a really cool feel that I think is not necessarily so present in a lot of other areas. Also, shout out to Wisconsin dairy because it is incredible. Like all the cheese, all the milk, all the everything out of Wisconsin. It's fantastic, just amazing. Um, the and I don't know. I don't really have much other experience with any of the
That's
Midwest
it.
states, but
Fuck,
what tiny moving parts? What?
I wanted to put that in here, but I don't know. Oh, there we go. There they are. Okay, good. So there we go. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Great.
That's fine. I just put my entire like.
So you've just deleted Iowa.
I mean
So,
I exposed my camera roll, so I'm gonna have to cover that somehow because I don't wanna I don't wanna expose all the pictures I have. Not that I have anything bad, but I have stuff that are maybe from future projects. I don't want to show that stuff to you yet.
ooh,
You know.
wow.
And so
Mm-hmm.
there might have been a very black screen there for a while you talked, but I can assure the audience that they missed nothing. They just
nothing of value has been lost. Nope. Nothing.
no, they just missed me trying to get tiny moving parts in here, and they still heard you and your lovely speech.
Nice. That's good.
So yeah, this is the reason. Tiny moving parts I would put in here. Midwest pen pals, of course, and the Tiger's Yaw, I could assume. Yeah, like just because of their music, all these states get the love pass.
Well, hey, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like corn?
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's approximately everything that's in Iowa. At least from the time that
corn
I've
is from
spent in
Iowa.
Iowa. There's a lot of corn in
Yeah,
Iowa.
but you can kind of feel like corn is what is corn? Like dark metal? What is corn? What is their genre of corn? Isn't it dark metal? Is it heavy metal?
Brother, corn is a yellow thing that comes on a cob.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the band.
Oh, baby.
No, I don't like
no.
corn. Sweet corn is one of my least favorite things.
Oh no. Well, that makes sense that you covered Iowa then.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the band. They are nice. They are really good.
Okay, all right.
And I would understand if they were from Iowa because they have a very Midwestern sort of aspects to their metal music.
Well, they're from California, so perhaps not quite.
California, rest in peace. Simultaneous release.
Red Hot Chili Peppers,
Yeah.
baby. Let's go.
Okay. How long is this video now? Like 20 minutes? Okay.
Is it? Oh no.
I don't know. It's very long. Should I check? Oh, I don't want to spook the audience again. I'm gonna check audience. Don't be spooked.
With a look into the void.
It's 23 minutes.
All right, we're doing great.
Okay, let's move on. Let's quickly move on. Okay, so now we have a little bit of a slightly worse color, right? And I'm gonna put Maine into that category because I know nothing of Maine, but it feels like if you live here, like at the very top of the US, you have to be kind of chill, So
that would make sense.
That's my reasoning because it is quite chill, so you have to be.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, I would agree. With Maine, like it's kind of a, you kind of get like, it's another New England state, right? So like New England, is like New England is like the portion of the U.S. like Vermont. Oh, he's writing something. Yeah, New England is like like Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, and Maine.
This is the football team we are both cheering for, Leo.
I never signed up for this.
The New England Patriots will go to the Super Bowl. I don't know how that works. But yeah, that's my message. The New England Patriots above all. They will crush the competition and they will
I mean,
drug the media.
I'm sure that you will lose some viewers over that one as well.
I have no idea what football even means.
The Patriots are kind of the team everyone is sick of.
Oh, is it like that? They are like the bad guy, the villain, the bad guy,
Yeah.
Kryptonite, the Green Chronic, demonic.
Yes, sure, exactly.
I'm gonna give 10 points to anyone who got that reference, by the way.
I do not receive 10 points.
No, and I'm not gonna say it either. It's gonna be a guessing game. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, the New England Patriots. Okay.
Yeah, like when I think of Maine, like I just think of like moose, you know. Like,
moose. Okay.
Like just like large wildlife.
The moose is on the loose. Remember?
Is it?
In my zoo video, it sure was.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh, that was a good one.
Let's move on.
Link in description?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Fine. Okay, Rhode Island. Just because they're so small, I'm gonna have to spare them and give them the light green.
You're not gonna stomp on them like an ant?
Like an ant? Are they ants in there?
I don't know.
Are they considered as ants?
I don't know. It's a small state. It is.
Okay. I feel like they are, they're like, yeah, we are small, but we are proud. You know?
You know what? That might be. I can't say that I really have given much thought to Rhode Island.
Okay, now I'm gonna go for the southern belt, right?
Ooh, okay, all right.
And I'm gonna paint them with this color. Bearing in mind, I do not support the blatant racism that is present in these states. Because that is absolutely horrible. And I am correct in saying there is blatant racism in these states, right?
Yeah, I would put it as such, yes.
Yeah.
There is still quite a bit in the southern United States. Not that, of course, everyone down there is like that.
No, of course.
But it is a lot more prevalent down there than it is in other parts of the United States.
So I'm gonna put these dark red spots here, right? To understand, this is looking kind of like a bacteria.
Well, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Ooh. I never learned what laws there are. Let me repeat, I did not learn what laws in the country I live in, but I know how Henry VIII killed his women. Okay, if anybody got that reference, 20 points. Because that's even more far-fetched. But in that song he says, hypochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, so...
Okay.
If you want to know how I connected it.
Okay, yeah, I was looking for that one.
This is also a fish, by the way. It's a happy fish, do you see?
See, what I love about this series, because this is part of a series now, is that they're universally recorded at 2 a.m. and after in your time.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
Okay, so I need to put reasoning behind this, right? Okay, so the red spots for the blatant racism, the yellow spot for the blatant Trump support, and the green spot for the lovely southern hospitality that you do not like, that I do like.
Okay.
Because I really enjoy, honey, let's go to the kitchen and bake some bagels. No, not bagels, perhaps. Let's go to the kitchen and bake some stew.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Dude, I will say the food in the entirety of the United States, South especially, fantastic. It's just all just wonderful. It all feels, the traditional foods down there just feel like really just homey, earthy, wonderful, spicy, just beautiful food. Really, really nice with their own kind of set of unique flavors.
Okay.
So that's my 2 cents. I love food. I'm really hungry.
Also read for the you know the it's I mean, incest is a problem, let's be honest. So let's make a big spot here for that. We will definitely bring that up, because that is a growing problem in the South. I've seen it myself. No, I haven't. But when people talk like, I'm gonna go get my tractor and 2 more beers, I've already had 7 and it's 1 p.m. You know, when you do that, it leads to rough decisions. Let's just say that.
Well, you have no more viewers left from the American South.
And then I like the horse ranches, you know? You can be up here, you know? You can go on your horse up in the prairie. Perfect. Out on the prairie, you ride your horse, you battle with your buffalo.
Well, the prairie is more in like Oklahoma, Kansas, that kind of area.
They can move it. no problem, you know.
They can.
Yeah, the Midwest, there's soft people here. They will let you borrow some. It's no problem.
Okay.
They will let you borrow some.
Yes,
So
that makes sense.
they take some prairie home, right? And they're like, "Oh, my mother, I just got this brand new prairie over here. Let me try it with my tractor, and let me try it with my cousin." You know, so it quickly turns south. Disregard the pond. Pond?
I will do my best to disregard your
pond.
feeble attempt at wordplay.
Yeah. So that's why the fish has disease. Although the fish overall is fine. It's beautiful to look at, and it's very nice to people. But the diseases it carries with it will inevitably be.
Okay, there it is.
The disease it carries with it will inevitably be its own destruction.
Okay.
That's my take on it.
That's you know what? That's an interesting take, sir.
Thank you. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do with Florida.
Fish. Oh boy.
We're gonna put like this.
just color the whole state.
And then we're gonna do this. So if you do not know what this is a nuke here.
Oh boy. So you're just nuking Florida. You don't like Florida.
So we're nuking Florida. Now there's no more Florida. And the US is way better off all of a sudden. Wow. The US is now a decent place to live. How come? Well, we killed Florida, the only source of morons.
Oh, don't worry. I assure you there are plenty more where that came from.
Florida is just a place where, like, I live in Sweden, right? And I often see in the news, Florida man does this, Florida man does that. I live in Sweden, and news like that reach me. Like,
you see the one where like the guy threw like the baby gator through the drive-through window?
No?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
He got arrested for like assault with a deadly weapon or something. Like, you can't even make this stuff up if you tried.
There you go. That wouldn't happen if there were no Florida. So we're doing a very nice slice here. That is just a smoldering hot lava stripe that will now disconnect Florida from the rest of the states.
They can go beyond their own. Okay.
And then we will rename this Perfector US. Because now Florida is gone and the South is a deceased fish.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so
That's a take for sure.
next up is Nevada. I'm gonna paint that red.
Okay, so you don't like Nevada
I don't like Nevada because of Las Vegas.
because of Las Vegas. Okay.
I don't like the idea of gambling. I know how horribly addicting gambling can be, and I really don't like Las Vegas' entire take on gambling. That you get free drinks when you gamble. That they try to influence you in what do you say?
Influence. Yeah.
Influence very young people to come back to their facilities and gamble more. I do not like any of their policies, and for that reason, the entire state is gonna turn red for me.
Hmm. Okay.
That's my sole reason. I have no other reason. I have no idea what's going on in Nevada other than Las Vegas.
That's reasonable. I mean, Vegas is a cool city, to be fair.
It is.
I was there when I was pretty young.
It would be cooler
But
without the gambling.
I mean, in a way, yeah, but you would lose all of
The
what makes it
revenue. Yeah.
special. You know, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
it would never be able to be without the
it
gambling.
right, it just wouldn't be the same.
Yeah,
But it is a cool city, like it's got a crazy nightlife too.
yeah, no.
And it's beautiful at night, for that matter.
I just have personal issues with the whole forced.
Hey, I can't knock that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
turn it red. Oh my god!
Uh-oh.
I'm blackening their screen again. I need to look up another thing.
Uh-oh. Okay. This is gonna be great. I can't wait. Oh boy. Are you is this going in
Okay, here we go. We're back. Oh, he's so powerful.
Big Lion?
Big lion. It's a steak. It's a steak. Do you not see? It's a T-bone steak.
Oh no.
And Big Lion is feasting.
So you're gonna say the California is just Big Lion who is eating Nevada.
California is no more.
Okay.
Big Lion
Okay.
desecrated every remain of Florida. I mean California. There is no more. He caused earthquakes. It decimated the population. There is nothing left for me to rate.
Okay, so it's just gone.
Yeah,
I
it's
see.
it's
Okay.
horrible. It's the consequence of a hungry lion.
That, you know what? Hey,
A powerful god.
rip.
The shockwave is reaching. It's reaching all the way here, you know? It's gonna affect the scores of these states. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Oh, these states are orange now. Why is that, you wonder? Maybe because half of them don't exist anymore because of the shockwave of Big Lion? Probably. Orange states. Here is the circumference of the Big Lion explosion.
This is an experience for sure.
You can see Washington narrowly escaped. And because they are so lucky, I will reward them. They have a Roman numeral V, which stands for 5, because they're the 5th best state.
Okay.
Washington.
Congratulations, Washington.
Washington is not the place of the Washington DC, though, so we're gonna have to rename this, I'm afraid.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I can have text here. Let's see.
Well, what's he gonna call it, though? That's the question. Oregon 2, perhaps? Big
Okay. So this is the state. Thank you, Big Lion, for not kill. And they're the 5th best state in America.
All right.
So,
well, the 5th, the best out of how many, though?
how many are left? One. Yeah,
Well, we've gotten rid of 7, so there are only 43 left. So.
Yeah.
You know.
A perfecter US.
This is. Oh boy.
Oh gosh. Bow down.
Bow down.
Mortals.
No. What happened here?
Oh yeah, who knows? So you can see Montana was the border of Montana made it very hard for them to get any food from the regions to the west of Montana. But thankfully, they are neighbors to the Midwest. So there was quickly a trade route established.
So they can have corn and cheese.
So they survived with a 95% corn and cheese ratio intact. Which makes them truly, truly lucky. So this state had to rename itself because of the unwilling sacrifices. And they're now called God Bless the Midwest. The state. So here is God Bless the Midwest the state. Right?
Okay.
And
all right. I see what you're putting down.
Every day the children of this long forgotten place by the rest of the EU just pray to their allies. You know? So one might wonder, right? One might wonder, what happened to like, why didn't Wyoming help out? Why didn't Colorado help out? What is going on? Right? So what happened was after Wyoming lost around 20% of their population, Colorado lost around 25% of their population, and New Mexico lost 30% of their population, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens was Wyoming declared martial law. They shut their state down. They knew, we have enough soldiers here. We don't need any other state, right?
So Wyoming is now its own country.
They stayed like this for a good 3-4 months, and then Big Lion moved ever so closer because he was finishing his steak. So they had to be like, oh, Big Lion, do you want to do a pact? So Big Lion was like, yeah. You gotta provide me with steak, though. Right, I'm still hungry. Like, come on. Chill,
Nevada's
bro.
not that big, right?
Yeah, right? So Wyoming was like, oh my god, we barely have enough food for our own people. So what are they to do? Well, they declare war on Colorado.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And how did that play out?
Colorado currently in alliance with New Mexico during these dire days.
Mm-hmm.
So they have already formed a pact, and they're like, oh, we don't like what Wyoming are doing. Why are there so many soldiers at the border? You know.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wyoming tries to blitzkrieg them. You know. They just roll up with the 4 tanks they have at their disposal, and they're like, we need steak, please. And they're like, no, we're not gonna give you. And they're like, we're gonna blow you up. So this is what happens. He looks here. He looks at the Midwest and he's like, God, why? And then he gets run over by a tank.
Oh, okay.
To no longer be heard from. He's just a smush of blood now.
As you would imagine would happen if you've been run over by a tank.
Right. So basically, Colorado and New Mexico mobilized, right? They're not having any of this. Wyoming can't come here and make demands. They're one state against 2.
Right, of course.
Turns out Wyoming is way stronger than what they anticipated. Leading to their immediate surrender. Making these states the first 2 so-called wasteland states.
So they're wasteland states because they've been
they have
influenced by Wyoming.
They have been pillaged of all their materials, all their food, in order to feed Big Lion's big glutinous characteristics, right?
Okay.
So they have also been renamed appropriately, of course. Wyoming Desert 1 and
Wyoming Desert 1
and Wyoming Desert 4.
4.
Right.
Okay.
Uh,
So you've missed 2 and 3. I'm sure they're around somewhere, aren't they?
there were consequences for the few colonies that remained in the Wyoming desert areas.
Okay.
And the long forgotten, at this point, we're talking 30, 40 years ago, that they were actually here. There was actually some intermediaries here, right?
Oh, okay.
And
So are those the deserts 2 and 3?
they were entirely um, they were entirely responsible for the transportation of said meat, right?
Mm.
So what they did was that they protested this. They protested Wyoming, right?
And that you can't do that.
No.
You just can't.
At this point, the people in the Wyoming desert are naked nomads, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't stand a chance towards the phenomenal military power Wyoming have. So they are no more, I'm afraid.
Well, that's a shame. Rip.
Leaving us with Wyoming Desert 1 and Wyoming Desert 4.
Okay.
Alright, now let's move on to states I don't like. So...
Oh no. Alright, what do we got?
Kentucky is X'd.
He does not like fried chicken.
I do not condone killing of animals.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
That's all I need. I eat fish, right? So they die, obviously. So it's a very hypocritical statement. But I do not condone the killing of chickens in order for food. And I do not really condone the killing of fishes either, although I do eat them. And I know how hypocritical that is, but I'm still redding Kentucky.
So basically what you're saying is, I don't like killing them, but damn, they tasty.
Damn, what? Oh, the fishies.
Yes.
It's more like I don't want to live on omega-3 supplements, you know? That's
Alright.
That's the real reason, right? Every other meat is easily exchangeable except for the fatty fish meat, right? Because if you eat fish, you can justify not eating anything else, and you don't have to eat like beans and like lenses and these.
Yo, you talking crap on beans?
I very, very harshly dislike beans.
Blossom has unsubscribed from your channel.
So because I don't want to eat all of this really gross, disgusting food, I have to eat something, right? So I'm trying to eat as little fish as I can, but I still eat fish like once a week, maybe, if that. But I'm trying to keep it as vegetarian as I can, I promise. Yeah, so that's why Kentucky is X'd. In reality, the whole state should be X'd, right? Because of that reason, you consume like 5 times more meat than the entirety of Europe, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In the U.S. or just in Kentucky?
No, the U.S. The U.S.
In the U.S. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, so what happens, right? People can't live here. Like people cannot live. They what are their lives now, right? You know, just slaving day in and day out. They don't even have clothes, you know? They don't even have human decency left, right?
Okay.
So what they do is they bribe some of the guards here with quote unquote favors, right?
Okay.
To make it out of the Wyoming desert here. So so what they do is a group of around 2,000 people escape into Texas, right?
Okay.
And they go into the heart of Texas, right here, right? And this
Right,
is
the heart of the fish, yes.
This is the heart of Texas as it stands right now.
Okay.
And if you do not know what this is a nuclear launch facility as big as an entire city, right?
Okay.
So the entire city is one nuclear storage. They have over 200,000 warheads, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are gearing up to fire at Big Lion. Because they figure there's only one god, right? And that Big Lion is a false god because they're very church strong here, you know?
That's true. Yeah, that is. Yep, that sounds like Texas to me.
So they prayed to their god in the church here. You know?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
They prayed to their god. They all went and prayed to their god, and the god was like the god actually came down from the sky, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And people might think he's a man with a beard or a woman without a beard or whatever. But God is actually an entity. So what he did was he materialized inside of a goldfish that they had in the church, right?
Okay.
And then he spoke.
I'm glad the goldfish was in the church.
He spoke through the goldfish. He said, "I am the one and true God. Build nuclear facility. Kill Big Lion." Right?
Okay, that
So,
sounds. Yep.
so
That
what?
does not sound like anything I've ever heard a goldfish say before, so it must be true.
Yeah, right. They're like, oh, there's no Doctor Doolittle. I mean, this is reality. That must be God, right? So they're like, we cannot, you know, we're God fearing. We have to believe what God says to be true, right? So what they do is they gear up and they remove Houston completely and just build a nuclear station where Houston used to be, evacuating all the people of Houston into the church, of course. So they live there now in the church. But anyways, so the people of Wyoming Desert, the naked nomads, they eventually reach this God-forsaken place. And you can only call it God-forsaken if your true God is Big Lion, of course. Which I hope the majority of yours is. So they reach Houston, right? Which at this point is, you know, ready for launching a nuclear attack. And they're like, oh, we just came from a military state and now these are gonna kill us too, you know? These naked nomads, and these people are like here, they're like, oh, it's the three wise men, you know, from the Bible? And they're like, oh, but they are 2,000 people. You know, they're just representing the three wise men.
So it's 2,000 wise men.
Yeah, but there's only three wise men, but they are just represented in a big group, right?
Okay.
So they're like, did you come here to guide us, right? Did you come here to let us do what we should? And they were like, they immediately took this role. They were super smart about it, you know? So they were like, well, actually, God changed his mind yesterday and he wants you to bomb Wyoming. Right? And who are the good people of Texas to disobey God, right? So what they did was they fired their cannons towards Wyoming, right?
Yes.
Their big nuclear warheads here, right?
Sure.
And they went in a trajectory like this, right? And then desolation.
So what you're saying is Wyoming is your least favorite U.S. state.
What I'm saying is desolation, Leo.
Oh.
Desolation.
Desolation.
Big Lion, of course, shaken by the entire experience, is like, what are you doing? Don't do this. Wyoming was feeding me the big steak, you know? So Big Lion is like, face my wrath, mortals, puny mortals. he's super angry. He's like, face my wrath, face my... You know, he's crazy. He's gone into some over being state of mind. You know,
some primal rage.
He's no longer talking words of which we can comprehend. You know,
he is speaking the language of the gods.
He's speaking the language of what an ancient language of which only the real big lions can understand, right? Of course, him being the last of his kind, there's no one else to appreciate the absolute beauty of his wording, right? But
Of course, it's a tragedy.
this is what happens, right? He's like, right? Lightning, the biggest lightning ever. The Midwest, the Tiny Moving Parts band, they look at it and they're like, oh, that's the end of our music, you know?
Big lion, big lightning. It makes sense.
And what happens, right? Here it comes. Raining down upon the US. What can it be, right?
Raining blood?
No. This is just objects, right?
Okay,
And this is where they land. Do you see?
I do.
They land in strategical places. Deep within the enemy's zone also, you know, close to Houston.
Oh yeah. Of course.
So, you know how it is. Curiosity kills the cat, right? Of course, humans, curious by nature, they go close to these things, right? So they look at them. They look at them in the ground, and they see that they are, they are big metallic spheres, at least a mile in diameter. You know, and they have already crushed several tens of thousands of people. So they're like, we gotta investigate this. So what they do is they get their brightest people from the nuclear place, right? And they go out and investigate, and they notice nothing strange, no radioactivity, nothing at all. Nothing at all inside. There could be nothing to provoke any sort of unrest at all.
It's just empty.
These are seemingly absolutely harmless balls.
Well, that's good.
And they're like, oh, perhaps Big Lion just tried to crush a lot of us, you know? So that's what they think. That's their leading theory. But then, hear me out. Out of these metallic blobs come giant metallic spiders. They become these giant metallic spiders with laser eyesight.
Oh no.
Decimating every and each last human still on this godforsaken earth. There is no longer anything to turn to. There is nothing. There is nothing. The people of Texas that pray to their fake god, their prayers didn't do shit. Their prayers amount to nothing. Decimation, depopulation, extinction.
The human race gone over a steak.
America gone.
Oh, okay. Just America?
Well, that's for another episode, Leo.
Oh, okay. The next episode is Big Lion versus the world. I understand.
There we go. That was me rating what I think about different American states. How do you feel about this, Leo?
You know what? I think it's pretty accurate to what's currently going on in the United States as a whole. I think you've done a very good job encapsulating the American dream.
Yeah. Oh yeah, one last mention. Thank you, Big Lion, for not kill the state. Was spared.
He knew.
And the people of this state lived fruitful lives, always getting the best treatment from the Big Lion. So that's the end of the story. That's where I was born, in the thank you, Big Lion, for not kill state.
But where they mysteriously have Swedish accents.
Yeah, right. We only talk Swedish here. That's the only human language Big Lion can comprehend is English and Swedish. So of course we chose the one that is closest to the US, you know, Swedish.
Yep. Perfect.
So yeah, there we go. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave it a like. If you do not believe this has actually happened, read a book. Like, actually, what are you doing? Are you sitting playing video games all day? Is that what you're doing? Really? Pick up a book. Read the book. Educate yourself. Seriously. What are you doing?
2 or 3.
Stop rolling your thumbs. Stop rolling. I see you rolling your thumbs. I see you, Matthias. Yeah, that's right. I see you, Matthias. Stop rolling your thumbs. What? You're not impressing me, man. Huh? Okay. Thank you for watching today's episode. And please subscribe. Join my Patreon if you want to see more madness. My Discord server is open for everyone who's interested in gaming, in top drives, and Rebel Racing, and just having a community to rely on. Definitely check that out. It's down below in the description. 550 members already, and everybody's welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, guys. Stay safe. Have a good one. Take care of one another. And check out Leo's channel. Totally underrepresented, underrepresented in the top gear, in the top drives community. He should have a lot more subscribers. So do him a favor, do me a favor. Go and subscribe to him. Link down below in the description. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Love you.